Right, so hard hit today. Fit timings, lost my voice. Fit timings with some weights, optional. So we're doing a front squat. So I've got 2 4 kilograms here. So exercises that we're doing in round 1 is a matrix format for exercises. We've got front squats, so you can do them with or without weight. I might drop the weight as I go. We've got jump squats, we've got walking lunges, again with or without weight. I'll probably do them without weight. And I'll tell you why in a second. And we've got squat thrusters, again with or without weight. That's just when you're using your arms as well. The bench. So that's in a matrix format. So we go one exercise and add another, and then add all 4 back to back, and then you take one off as you go backwards. And then round 2 is a core round. So we've got jackknife. Again, if there's any of these exercises, core exercises that don't suit you and your body, and you don't feel the core connection and like that it's not suitable for you, swap the core exercises. Like pause a video, write a few core exercises that you do enjoy. It might be simple crunch, might be assisted crunch, putting your hand underneath your spine, you know, to stabilise if it's too advanced. Or if you fancy working different parts of the core, again swap them. But I've got jackknives with leg raises, so jackknife raises, leg raises, into knees up crunch, because I like that for my core. And then we're going to reverse crunches, then V-ups, then side plank clamshell hold. So you can't have a strong core without it doing the job. So the sides of the, like the obliques, the sides of the core, internal and external obliques, role is to support the spine and stop it from moving. Think of your vertebrae like books. And the more that you've got pushing against the books to stabilise, the more it's not going to move and everything's going to be nice and supported. Hi Robert. Are you joining me on this HIIT session? So side plank clamshells work the obliques how they're meant to work, you know, with like keeping that stability, and also can help with back pain. And the reason why we're doing the clamshell holding out is to work the strength of the IT band, the tensor fasciae lata, like hip and stability strength. So it's a powerful exercise. So we're holding that position for the fit timings, and then the other side, like left side, right side. So we do them rounds 3 times for round 2. And then we move on to the final round. We have narrow squat pulse with a weight. So I've got the 8 kilogram. So narrow squat, pulsing. So the point of that is to keep the tension in the quads. Then we have pistol squat. So this is again isolation for the quads, and I also want to tune in on the glutes, so a bit of glute work as well. So coming down on the bench and then up. Try not to lean left and right. Again, you can swap this for a more suitable exercise, static squat hold, that kind of thing. And then left side, right side, and then burpees to finish, okay? So we'll make sure we're warmed up. Start with calf raises. How are we doing this morning, guys? If you've got any questions as well before I start, and whilst I'm training, I can see my breath, it's that cool. That's why I've got the fire on in the background, just to warm up. And will be great, those are good, no doubt. But try to keep the place warm. It's very dark outside, because I thought if I wait till 7:30, I bet it starts to lighten up. Lateral leg raises, because we require a lot of hip stability throughout this session. Yeah, because I thought like it'd be nice one day to do it outside and for you guys to see the beautiful setting that I have. Deep breaths, lateral raises. And then we're going to do a lateral leg lift with the toes point out and a sort of bent knee for the tensor fasciae lata. Ooh. So as you can probably tell, I have been looking into the TFL muscle group because it is a weakness since pregnancy, And I knew it was because it was being overworked because my glutes aren't switching on as like yet. I'm rehabilitating, but it's a process, isn't it? So I knew my TFL was getting overworked and fatiguing fast just when I was walking because my glutes weren't working. So if I keep talking about TFL, that's why. And forwards. So yeah, if you've got any questions about health, fitness, exercise, ask and I will reply, and hopefully I can help. Helped a few folk already. So I have got a cold as well, disclaimer. So we'll see how I go today. I was off yesterday for a bit of a recovery. Good morning, how are we doing? So come and join me in a HIIT, make sure, so you can swap any of the exercise. The point is you're not stopping through this whole workout, just slow it down. That's how you build strength and resistance and endurance. Right, high intensity interval training. It's only 24 minutes. Starting with front squats. So make sure you're warmed up. Squeezing the bum cheeks. Quality over quantity, okay? Push them shoulder blades together towards the spine and keep them there. Good. We're doing that again, then we're going to add some jump squats in there. See if you guys can hear that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Driving with the glutes. How are we doing, guys? Landing in that squat or land on soft knees and break it up into the squat as you fatigue and tire. If you've got any questions on health and fitness, fat loss and toning, give us a comment.
15 seconds rest. Your next 3 exercises are hurdle jumps, 180 tuck jumps, and wide jumps.
Front squats, jump squats, we're going to add walking lunges.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hurdle jump.
How nice is that fire up? Just as many reps as you can in the allotted time. So get some cardio in there. If your knees start to hurt, try and make sure you don't go too far past the toes. Push your hips back more. If they still hurt, don't go down as far. Okay, walking lunges. Long in length. Good morning.
Your next 4 exercises are hurdle jumps, 180 tuck jumps, wide jumps.
Grab a drink.
Into circles.
We're adding in
5,
squat thrusters after.
1. Hurdle jump.
Jump squats. Morning, guys. Answer any questions on health, fitness, fat loss, toning, walking lunges. Long in length for the glute. Take your time. Then we're going over to squat thrusters. Squeezing the bum cheeks. thrusting the arms up into the air like the weightless. It's not a shoulder press. Grab a drink. Start with thrusters. I'm in Scotland. Hello, DC. Take your time, just as many reps as you can, good quality reps. Lunges. Answer any questions on health, fitness, fat loss, back pain. I specialise in building muscle. Rehab, I've got 2 children. Oof, jump squats. So I'm a personal trainer, online coach, Pilates and yoga teacher. Ooh. Front squats, we're dropping these front squats off next. Power should come from the glutes if you can. Rest. Oh, it's quite a deep question for when I'm training, guys. Never think about that. Thanks for likes and subscribes. Health is wealth, first of all. Not being in pain. Being present with your children. I think you're progressing. Walking lunges. Having that growth mindset, you're always learning about yourself, improving yourself in your life. I guess it's different for everybody and it'll change over time as well. Jump squats and we're knocking them off. I think this is the hardest round because there's very limited rest. Rest. Hi guys, good morning. Squat thrust, walking lunges next.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
See if you can connect to that core and feel the core connection, the deepest part of the squat. Lunges, then knocking them off. Thrusters. Thrusters to finish the round.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Grab a drink. Core round next. Thanks for the question. The different kind of question, DC. On the mat next. Starting with jack, knife, raises. Try to keep your legs as straight as you can. Swap this exercise if you get any pain or clicking in your back, because that's a breakdown in your core unit working properly. Crunch. Keeping your back flat and lifting your hips up a little bit to engage that lower core more. Then we're going to reverse crunches and V-ups. Deep breaths, rest. You can do any core exercise that you feel like you want to do. Pause for a split second to squeeze the abs at the top. As many as you can. It's finally starting to get light outside. V-ups. Coming down as slowly as you can. You can use your elbow to come up yourself, as long as you come down slowly. Side plank clamshells, good rehab all-rounder for anyone who's been pregnant. So in the hip dip position, elbow directly under your shoulder, push your hips forward. Sweating. Lift your hips up, out for a clamshell and hold. Rib cage in, belly button to spine. Hips forward. Let it burn. I have got some weaknesses in my hips since pregnancy. It's lovely to identify them with you guys live. Over to the other side. Push them hips forward. Engage the core. This is strengthening the sides of the neck as well. Back to the start. Have you got any questions? Any questions on health, fitness, exercise, fat loss? I'm a personal trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher, specialise in nutrition, online coaching I do as well. Got 10 spaces open currently. Jackknife leg raise. Straight as you can with the legs, as high up as you can. I never used to be able to do these. It's so nice seeing your body progress and get stronger. Crunch. Quality reps. Make every rep count. All the way down with your head and your elbows. Reverse crunches and V-ups next. V-ups. Side plank clamshells.
Your next pair of exercises are side caveman crawls and plank circles.
Side plank clamshells next, left and right for the rehab and the pelvis and spine health.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Keep that knee externally rotated out, hips up, rib cage in. You've got engagement in the front of the core as well. Go to the other side. Again, you are strengthening the sides of the neck as well. We'll do that round once more to finish round 2. Then we'll move on to the finisher. Jackknife leg raises. Knees will crunch. Oh, the burn. Oh, that midsection, man. It's on fire. Reverse crunches, let's go. Without your feet touching each other. V-ups. Oh. Side plank clamshells.
Your next pair of exercises are side caveman pulls and plank circles.
Finishing round 2 now.
5, 4, 3,
Push your hips forward. Hold. Shoulders back and down, away from the ears. Push that knee right out. Feel the stretch on the outer hip. Over to the other side. Oh. Good. Well done, grab a drink. Last 4 exercises, back to back, a minute on each. Narrow pulse squat is the first. So you, with or without weight. And you can also reduce the weight as well, okay? Listen to your body. Narrow squat pulse. So we're not coming all the way up, we're not coming all the way down. We're keeping the tension in the thighs to tone. And strengthen above the knees. Hips are being sent back. Knees aren't really coming over the toes. The weight is in the heel. Leaning a bit forward, but the weight's still in the heel. Keeping that burn in the quads as long as you can't ignore it. That's halfway. What am I doing? Well, I needed that recovery. Every time it gets too much, shake off the legs and back into it. Keeping the tension in the quads like a leg extension. Toning them thighs right now. If it's burning, it's working. Oh, that was a tough one. Pistol squat, or you can do any exercises you want. If you've got any questions about health, fitness, toning, fat loss, building muscle, give us a comment. Any diet related questions? So I'm a health and fitness professional. I'm going to start with my right leg, my weaker, tighter side. Try and keep face forward. This is going to identify any weaknesses and tightness you've got. Oh. can you? Imagine like the CrossFitters doing like 300 of these each leg. Oh. Take time. Using the momentum from your arm. If you can't get up using 2 legs. But try and come down as slow as you can. Oh, that was my right side. Left leg now, let's compare. Hip flexors are feeling tight, so we'll go into some good stretches after this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I feel like I'm leaning over. Try and keep centre. Whew. Oh, wow. Halfway. Oh. These are called pistol squats and I can barely get my right hip flexor up now.
20 seconds rest.
Burpees to finish. Try to keep them hips up. Have a good drink, minute of burpees to finish. Then we'll go into some stretches.
5, 4, 3.
Let's do it, finish it. Anything's a bonus now, if you stayed with me. Halfway, keep it up. Keep going, finish it. Oh.
Congratulations, you have now completed the MetaFit HIIT Zone workout.
Well done, guys. Ooh. Good. I'm going to make sure I get some good stretches in. Especially around the pelvis and open up those areas. I'm just opening the blinds. Let a bit of natural light in. Oh. So we really strengthened with the hip flexors, adductors and abductors, hamstrings, full body, predominantly lower. So let's take advantage of them warm muscle groups, get into some stretches. If you've not got a bit and block like me, use a bolster if it helps. I'm going to stretch everything off. So we're going to come first into either a cobra or a sphinx. We're nice and warm if you've done this class, so you can go straight into the cobra. Shoulders down away from ears. Now, because we've been we've activated our nervous system, stress responses, we tense, right? So it might take us a moment. We've got blood flow to the area. Come down into Sphinx. Get your breath back. Allow yourself to feel that back bend. Shoulders down away from ears. Chest shines forward. Allowing your pelvis, your hips to push into the ground. Squeeze your bum cheeks to protect that lower back. And then you might want to come into Cobra. Elbows bent into the ribs. Push back. Child's pose. Cobra. See if you can get a little bit deeper. Child's pose. Let's stretch laterally. So bottom knee comes forward, top knee back. Inhale, arm rises. Exhale, pushing your knees and hips into the ground. We're going to work with our breath here. So every exhale, try and switch off more muscles and just relax into this position. Allow yourself to feel the stretch sensation in the side body. And if you're finishing your day with this, loosen your grip on the day with these stretches. Breathing out into the ribs, increasing the stretch. Over to the other side. Inhale, arm rises. Exhale. Again, pushing your hips, knees into the ground and breathing out through your ribs. Expanding them with every breath, increases the stretch. And kind of like lean into the side body, stretching, allow yourself to feel stretch. Grab a drink. And we're going to move our way into a downward dog and get into the hip flexors and hamstrings. This is where you'll need your bolster. Downward facing dog, hips up to the sky. Relax your neck. You can have as much or as little bend in the knees as you want. It's more important that you're untucking the pelvis. Good. Left leg comes up and over and joins outside of the left hand. I'm going to settle into this position. You might want to find a bit of movement as we begin to stretch the back hip flexor, and the glute, and the around the hips in general. Left and right. And this is where you can use your bolster. Bring your hand or your elbow onto it. Just try and relax and get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Trying to find space in the back leg to move in. Try and relax. You might want to come out and have your chest more shining forward, so there's more weight on that back leg as well. So then we come into pigeon, so heel toe into pigeon. Good bend in the knee. Try not to be pulled off into the centre. Try and stay in the middle of the mat with your hips. I feel like I'm super tight right now, but we have just finished a leg workout, so it's a lot of blood flow, inflammation to the lower body right now, getting in the way of a good stretch. And then we're going to come into half splits. We're going to extend, hips get sent back. Don't worry too much about the bend in the knee, it's more to do with the hips. Feeling the stretch in the hamstrings. Deep breaths. Over to the other side. I'm going to come into a downward dog to get into it. Right leg up and over, joins outside of the right hand. I can tell it's a while since I did a bit of this. Really good for hip mobility. Again, you can use a block if you want to come a bit further down onto your elbows but can't quite get there today. I say today because sometimes I can. Again, find a bit of movement, a bit of space to move carefully left and right with the hips. You might want to come onto the hands, shine the chest forward. Heel toe into pigeon, take your time. Just seen a hare run past my window. Pushing your hips into the ground. When you do this, you should move more onto the centre. And then I'm going to come into a half split. Toes point to the sky. Hips sent back, sorry. There we go. Hold for that hamstring stretch. Allow yourself to feel that stretch with the more muscles. And then Uttanasana. Folding at the hips, forward fold. Big stretch. Good. Well done, guys. Hi, James. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining me today for that MetaFit class with a bit of a nice stretch afterwards. How are we doing? Got any questions on health, fitness, fat loss, toning? Building muscle. Whilst I drink my trip can, that's my reward. Open the curtains. We've got a full morning of PT today, so it's a really nice way to start my day. What steps am I on? Well, by the time I finish this trip camp, it'll be about 2,000. Not bad for 7:30 in the morning. How are we doing, guys? So, a bit early to drink a trip can, but this is my reward for going live and training this early in the morning on a Sunday. So I'm a health and fitness professional, so I'm a personal trainer of 12 years, online lifestyle coach. We have got 10 spaces for exclusive one-to-one coaching. I'm a Pilates and yoga teacher as well. I specialise in back pain, injury rehab, posture. If you've got any questions about diet, habit forming, maybe you can't stick to certain aspects of your diet or you don't know where to start as well, if you're brand new into it all and you don't want to get into bad habits and you want to know the secrets of long-term fat loss and behavioural change, like how do you stick to a diet? That's the skill, that's, you have the knowledge, like you know what to do but you're not doing it. That's my job, to help change people's lifestyles and apply the information, the facts into your life. Because everyone's too busy to exercise and eat right, and it's about like improving your bad days over time, and these small efforts compound into the massive overhaul and the happier life. Someone asked me earlier in the comments what defines success for me and satisfaction. It's achievements, isn't it? And health, fitness makes you feel great. Any questions on health, fat loss, toning? So we just did a lower body workout with MetaFit timings. Threw in some abs there as well. So it was a bit of a full body really. With the dumbbells being held by your hand, your upper back and posture was worked as well. But I've got loads of classes, like Pilates and yoga classes, and strength training and HIIT classes on my YouTube. I've also got loads of shorts. I can't stop looking at the view over there. I've also got loads of shorts about lifestyle change and long-term fat loss and no bullshit holistic approach to health and fitness, which means you can't just strength train, you can't just look after your nutrition, get high protein. You need to stretch off to look after your body. You need mindfulness and to balance the nervous system. Helps you deal with stresses. It's not just one size fits all approach. Everybody's different and everyone has different needs, but that's why my coaching, DigiCoach, takes a holistic approach, which not enough trainers are doing that. They don't have the knowledge or skill set, or like they get the qualification and they just teach people exercise for the rest of their life, which is fine, but that's not what my business does. So if you've got any questions on back pain, any stiffness, tightness, I've got 2 children as well, 5 years old and nearly 2 next week after. I think it's like Tuesday or something. God, time flies. Quite quiet this morning. I think I'll go live again later on. I did abs just then, but hit me cardio wise. But I might do HIIT. What am I talking about? Strength training, abs later on tonight. So yeah, hit the bell icon, subscribe if you don't want to miss content from me, if you want to have a holistic approach to health and fitness, no bullshit approach, and check out my posts as well, because I've got loads of book recommendations. Again, that no BS approach, because there's a lot of smoke and mirrors in the fitness and health industry, a lot of people talking shite, and it's my job to help you pass through all of that and stay focused. But nice to meet you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.